Hey everybody, welcome back to Trinity Dairy. Don't forget to like, share, leave a comment, subscribe, and you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Today is December 11th, 2024. You can see we got some snow and it is pretty cold today. We've been kind of on a weather roller coaster. Over the weekend, it was in the 40s, it was melting. Even yesterday, it was in the 20s above zero, which was pretty nice. And today, right now, it's like 11:30 in the morning and it's 4 above. And it's windy. They're talking like 20 or 30 below tonight with the wind chill. And this is supposed to last like 2 or 3 days. And then, because it's Wednesday today, by the weekend again, we're supposed to be in the mid-30s above. So it's definitely a roller coaster. So what I'm doing today, nothing real specific when it's this cold. I got enough feed ground for the heifers. I don't have to do that till it warms up. So we're just kind of making sure that all the cattle are protected good from the weather, got water, got stuff to eat. The milk cows are going to be staying in the barn through this cold weather. I don't even know with this wind, I don't even know if I'm going to let them out today. They were out last night because it didn't really start cooling down until this morning. So they stayed out all night last night. But I got to give them hay in the barn. We'll see. Give them hay, silage tonight in the barn, maybe, if weather cooperating and the equipment starts and everything. But a lot of you have been asking about our manure system, what's been going on with that, if we got it going. And no, it's not working. We thought we had it going. We had the piston pulled out, got the sleeve in there all cleaned out. There was a lot of like straw and stuff packed in there tight. I ran water in there and the water ran out into the lagoon, which is normal when the lagoon is empty. So we thought, hey, we got it. Put the piston back in, put the whole barn cleaner all back in. The morning when the gutters were full, I ran it and it wouldn't pump it out. It just sits there and runs. So what I've been doing now, we've still had been cleaning by hand. And I just been running that pump. There was liquid manure in there because they claim that as long as that's running, even if it just had water in it, if the secondary door in there is closing, which it was, that should constantly build pressure and eventually the clog would blow out of there if it's something that's able to move. And I don't know what's plugging it at this point. As far in as we had the jetter from the outside and as far in as we had dug in from the barn, it's kind of leading me to think that there's more wrong, that there's something wrong down there. Because when I was sticking a bar down in there to get the clog out, running it along the bottom, it almost felt like the bar was hitting concrete, which would tell me that there's a hole in the steel, the bottom of the hopper, the end of the sleeve. But there was water down in there, I couldn't get out and I couldn't see. If that's the case, maybe there's steel peeled up. I don't know, we're gonna have to deal with that more in the spring. I'm still running the pump just to, you know, see if it will blow something through in case it is just some straw or something in there yet. But anyway, for this cold weather, since we got the barn cleaner chain all back in, it's much harder to clean by hand. So what I've been doing is running the gutter into the ram pump, using the ram pump to stir it up and make it into like a slurry. And then I've got a 3-inch trash pump in there. We've been pumping it out of there into one of those big IBC totes, and then I haul it over and dump it in the lagoon. Sounds like a pain, and it kind of is, but it is a lot easier than cleaning it by hand, especially when the chain is in there. I did also put the gutter grates back in. It just keeps a lot of the bedding and stuff from going in. I'm not bedding them real heavy either because the trash pump's not going to handle all that. But anyway, so that's just an update on the manure system. Really nothing, no big breakthrough yet. So, but I know a lot of you have been asking. So what I'm going to do now, I got to throw some hay down and give the cows in the barn some hay. We're going to go check on the dry cows and heifers, see how their bedding pack is holding up. I got to bring some silage out for them, run some water, all that stuff. So we'll go around and see what we get done. So I'm actually running the barn cleaner right now. You can see it running away there. It just doesn't want to pump anything, but the green hose coming out of there, that's what we hook to the trash pump. And I've got the trash pump here. I've actually got it up on this tote, and then I move that over and hook it to the hose. And then I got another tote I can carry in with the skid steer, and I flip this down and pump it right into there, and then I just carry it out with the skid steer and dump it. So I'll be doing that probably here later on. I just wanted to run the barn cleaner now and get that stirred up good so it pumps good with that. But while this is stirring up, I'm gonna go feed the cows some hay. Well, there, we got them something to eat. That's one of the nice things about having some small square bales up in the hay loft there. It's a quick and easy way to get them something to eat. And this stuff I think is pretty decent stuff. This was some second crop, some of it was third crop, just grass hay. But they seem to really like it. They're not getting a lot of this right now. They're mainly getting corn silage. And then I got a part bag of some second crop haylage we made. And so they've been getting that. And also some baleage outside. But so that's their main forage they've been getting. But for right now, I just threw them some of these to tide them over till later. So yeah, so now I'm gonna go outside. I've got the newer skid loader plugged in, the block heater plugged in on that, so that should fire up. I run #1 diesel fuel in there in the wintertime, so that I don't have to worry about it gelling up. The older skid loader is a gas, and that has a block heater as well, but I'm actually gonna go out right now. The cord went bad on it, so I gotta put a cord on that quick and get that plugged in, because that's the one that I use to carry the manure tote in and out of the barn. So we'll go get the cord, we'll put the cord on there, we'll fire up the other one, get that one warming up, and then we'll go check on some of the outside critters. I got to fire up the bee and get the feeder wagon moved and that kind of stuff too. So we'll go out now and brave the cold and get some of that done. Cranked over a little sluggish and it was plugged in. All right, now onto the old Gale. I got the replacement cord here. I'm hoping that's the problem and that the heater's not burnt out, but we'll see. The cord that was on there was pretty bad. Had some bare spots and different stuff, and I don't think it was working. So I don't know how well you can see down here, but this has a block heater that goes into where the frost plug is. And they're a pretty efficient heater. Move this intake tube out of the way. And it's pretty simple. It's just an end like this and only go in there one way. So we'll pop that in there and see if it heats up. Well, I got it. I don't know how well you can see. That wound up being a pretty good ordeal. I had to loosen the starter to get the back end to drop down so I could get the plug-in straight, and then I had to take that orange end and kind of trim it, the end of it, into a taper so it would fit into that housing to get it started. But then it went in. I felt down there, I've got it plugged in now, and I felt down in there and it feels like it's heating up, so that's good. I tried starting it without the heat, and that's not going to happen. So tighten the starter back up and then we'll let this heat up. Now that's what I like to hear. So here's some of the haylage and corn silage mix that I've been feeding to the milk cows, and I put this out last night. And of course they were out here, but they didn't finish it. Normally they'd finish it during the day, but they're not going out today or tonight. So I'll pull this out for the heifers, dry cows, and they can finish it off. That is one bad thing about the lack of snow, especially since it was so muddy before it froze, is these pastures are really rough from the cows walking and stuff. So I don't really push the cows too hard on this, kind of let them go their own pace, and so they don't twist an ankle or something in there. Same way when I'm going across hauling bales or something, it's easy to break an axle and this kind of stuff. But these cattle out here, I don't have a shed for them to go in, but I've got a spot here, and I'm probably going to bed these again later, so they're good for the night. But I got a bedding pack that I've been making here, and then I got the chopper boxes lined up as kind of a wind break to keep that wind off of them, and they seem to do really good here. And that's a big thing with cattle, especially ones that none of these are milking. If you've got freshening ones that have a lot of swelling in the udder and stuff, that can cause a lot of problems if they're out when it's real cold. But heifers, dry cows, that kind of stuff, they don't mind this kind of weather. As long as they can get out of the wind and got plenty to eat, they do pretty good. So as long as they're occupied with this feeder wagon, I see their round bale feeder's about empty. So I'm gonna get the skid steer and bring them out of bale. Put the bale here because I thought it was out of the wind enough, but it's pretty windy here yet, so I'm going to move it over there and then put the feeder on it. Well, there. Time for me to go on the bus route. Got everything pretty much we needed done. I didn't get a bale spread out for bedding for them yet. I'll probably have to do that when I get home, but that's not too hard. And get milking and stuff done tonight. But anyway, that'll probably wrap it up for this video. So no, it's nothing exciting, but hope you enjoy watching, and we'll see you in the next one.